Hi guys, so welcome back. Today I got a lot of requests from you guys to do like the old brush versus new brush video, so I just decided to sit down today and go ahead and film it. I'm still in my t-shirt. It's actually my pajama, another Ravenclaw shirt for you guys. But yeah, so this is the full face that I did using a good amount of the brushes that are new and the old counterparts. So I did this side in completely the classic Chanel brush, and I used this side with the new Chanel brushes. And along the way I kind of just explained my thoughts and how I felt as I was doing it in comparison, so you guys can see and so you guys know how I feel. But yeah, comment down below and tell me right off the bat how each side looks and you know which side you like better, because I don't know, maybe the results will surprise you. And I hope you guys found this video helpful. But yeah, let's jump right in. Okay, let's do this. So I already have my face and my eyes primed. You guys are pretty much just gonna see my everyday makeup routine. Well, it's not every day. Like I'm gonna do like a fuller beat today. Like my everyday makeup routine. It's definitely a lot more simplified. And before any of you guys say it, yes, I know the wonky eye is still there, and it bugs me so much, and it's literally Asian problems because it always happens. Like not always, but it happens to me very easily. I used to get it a lot more when I was younger, and it's been like this for like over a week now, and it's been like 2 weeks. And it's been really bugging me. Like my eyes look so uneven, and I've tried everything. Like I've had this for like the 20 years of my life, where I'll wake up and randomly it looks like this. So yes, I know I have a wonky eye. Well, I have a wonky eyelid. It's gonna fix itself when it wants to. There's nothing I can do about it. So you guys are just gonna have to deal with me here. Let's get you guys a little closer. Okay, so first I'm gonna start with a mix of two Chanel concealers. This one is number 10 Beige Clair and 20 Beige Ivoire. So 10 and 20, and I pretty much just mix these two because I'm kind of in between. So I know you guys haven't seen me with like my bare skin in a minute. So right there. You guys are gonna see I don't do very much with complexion. Like I don't know, I don't feel like I put on very much. Like I don't wear foundation anymore. It's just a personal choice, and that is all the concealer I need. Okay, so for this step I'm using a beauty blender just because I don't really use anything else to blend out my makeup nowadays. So I'm just gonna be using a beauty blender. But the rest of the steps I'm definitely going to be using the Chanel brushes. So I mean, that's what this video is about. So that looks pretty good to me. Now we are going to set it with some translucent powder. I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It translucent powder. I'm actually almost done with it. Like, yeah, I took off the top because it got to that point. So we're just gonna set our makeup. I know I look like a crazy person, but this is legit the only way I can get my makeup to stay on all day because I'm so oily. Actually, I'm not that oily anymore. Like I used to be way more oily. It's actually gotten a lot better. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think I want to do new brushes on my left side and then classic brushes on my right side. For new brushes, I'm gonna take the powder brush. The new ones don't have numbers on it, so I'm gonna take the bigger powder brush, and I'm gonna load up my Makeup Forever Dual Matte powder, and I'm going to dust it on one side of my face. And by doing this, I'm knocking off all like the excess powder that we have. Try to keep this halfway. So I've been using these new brushes for like a good week now, just so I can get a feel for them and just to kind of break them in a little bit, because like I mentioned before, brushes perform their best after they've been kind of messed with, after they've been kind of broken in with. I'd say they're definitely broken in at this point, and I'd say it works pretty well. So that's one side. And then to compare, I'm gonna use the number 1 powder brush, the classic brush. And same thing, I'm going to load it up. Though this brush is a lot more dense, so picks up product a little differently. Okay, so right off the bat, application wise, there's not much of a difference. I mean, both applied powder in a very similar manner, I feel. It's just I feel this one applied a lot more gently. Like this one feels softer on the face and this one feels not as soft on the face, though this one still feels soft. This one picks up a lot more product than this one. However, I feel like it dispersed it the same way. Another difference I feel is that this one, since it's tapered, I was able to get underneath my under eye area a little more. This one I definitely struggled because, like, you know, it's a very precise application. It's a very precise part. So I struggled a little bit to like dust off any excess powder under my eye, but this one is good for all over the face and under the eye. So that was the main difference for these. Okay, next is bronzer. Okay, next is bronzer, and I'm going in with the blush brush. It's called the blush brush, but because of the shape, like I'm not gonna be using it for blush. And I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. So let's do this. This one reminds me, I've mentioned, it reminds me of the Morphe brush. It looks pretty much like this, but white bristled. And I don't like the Morphe one, but this one, I feel like it applies contour better. Yeah, so that's one side. So like the powder brush, this brush was definitely really soft against my face. And it applied everything really well. Like I like that it was able to cut my contour, but still give me the ability to bronze my forehead and my jawline in a very well blended manner. So I definitely like that. Okay, and on this side, we're going to be using the number 2 powder contour brush. So this one is a fatter brush. So already I know I'm not gonna get the same bronze that I did on the other side of my face. Like I'm not gonna get the same exact contour that I did on this side, so. I don't know, I'm not liking the way it's applying. Like I know this was meant for bronzer and contour, but like it's just not giving me the same application on this side. Like I feel like this side looks a lot more choppy. It's a little messier. Like it's not bad, but I feel like I had to work a lot harder to get this side than this side. Like I feel like I had to work a lot harder to get my contour in on this side than this side. So I feel like mainly this side, I mean, I feel like this brush pretty much gave me like a very decent application. However, this one, I just felt like it was easier. Like it got into my cheekbone. I was able to carve out like a good contour and at the same time be fluffy enough to blend out the contour and the bronze everywhere else. This one I had to work a little harder. This one would definitely be more of a bronzing brush as opposed to like a contour brush. I could see how this one could get like a lot messier, though to be honest, I never really used this as a contour brush. I always used it as a powder brush just because it really fit in like my face very easily and I just dusted my face with powder. But in comparison, this one works better as a contour than this one. Though I feel like this one would be a better bronzing brush just because it's so fluffy and the way that it disperses product onto your face. It's just very like light and airbrushed. So better for contouring, better for bronzing. Okay, so next is blush and I'm just using the Chanel contour brush. I know you're probably thinking I'm so backwards. I should be using this for contour, but I don't know, like I don't like angles for contouring. Like I'm trying to make an angle and I feel like I can control the angle better with a straight line because angle plus angle, it's just too many angles. I don't know. That's just me though. So I'm using a Chanel Rose Ecrin, by the way. So I feel like application was very easy. It was just very standard. I feel like with this brush, I have to dip my brush into the pigment like a lot more often than I should. Like I really have to like dig in there to get it to pick up some product. But application is really nice. I just feel like I had to, like I kind of have to dig up product with this brush. Now we're going to use the number 4 classic blush brush. And if you guys know me, this is like my favorite blush brush ever. Just because it picks up product like so easily. And it fits onto my cheeks so easily too. Okay, I feel like in terms of pigment and application, like pigment was the same. It dispersed the pigment the same, but I feel like I like the side better. Like it just wasn't, I don't know. I just like the blush application on this side better just because it was very soft. Like the way that this brush picked up product and dispersed it on my cheek, like it wasn't too pigmented and it was buildable without wasting product, if that makes sense. With this one, I feel like I had to dig into it and then I put it on and like, I don't know. I just feel like the blush kind of looks a little choppy on this side and the blush looks a lot smoother on this side. It is very soft to the face. However, I mean, this one was really, it's just as soft as I remember it. So I don't know, I just like the blush application on this side better, so. Okay, for highlight, Chanel doesn't have like a specified highlighting brush, so I'm just using a regular old fan brush. And I am using the limited edition Chanel highlighter because it's my favorite. And I think I'm gonna mix a little bit of Champagne Pop right on top. Champagne Pop is also one of my favorite highlighters. I think it's my favorite highlighter actually because it has a perfect tone to it. Okay, so face is done. So for eyes, we're gonna be using Mirage, a Chanel cream eyeshadow. For this eye, I'm going to be using the eyeshadow brush. It's just a regular old fluffy brush. And I've been using this eyeshadow brush and I've actually been really loving it. Like, it blends out color quite nicely actually. This color is just a nice bronze. And on days where I'm lazy, I'll actually just kind of apply it like and blend it out upwards towards my lid and just leave it at that. Because all of Chanel's colors are so multifaceted that when you apply it on, instead of looking like one color, it ends up looking like two colors anyway, so. And then on the other side, I'm gonna be using the number 25 large eyeshadow brush. Right off the bat, I'm liking the other one more. I think the application with this brush is a little too dense. As you can see, like there's a lot more pigment in this eye than this eye. This eye, with the other brush, it gave it like the perfect sheer wash of color as a base. And this one, even though I picked up the same amount of product, I thought it's just dispersing it in a very, very pigmented manner, which, I mean, pigment isn't bad. It's just, it's not giving me that buildable quality that I want, because this one pretty much just packs it on. So see, this one has so much more pigment. I'm gonna have to go in and even it out with this one. When it comes down to how they feel, this one is definitely a lot softer. The other one was soft too, but this one is just a lot softer. The other one definitely feels like bristles and hairs on my eye. This one, not so much. Yeah, I definitely like this one better. And I feel like it gives me more blending power. Okay, for more eyeshadows, I'm gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette. And I'm gonna go in with, what do I wanna use? Let's go in with this color right here. It's gonna be my blending color. And I'm gonna use the new eyeshadow blender brush. It comes to like a nice little taper like this. So I'm just gonna dip it in there. So blending is okay. It's okay. Not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. And I'm actually just gonna be using like a plain old Sephora crease shadow brush to blend everything out. And I'm gonna use that on both eyes, so. I don't know, like it's not a bad brush, but it's not a great one. This side, I'm gonna be using the number 20 contour shadow blender brush. And let's see how this works out. Already the shapes are a little different, but I'll find a way to make it work. Same thing with this one, just okay. Old one compared to new one, I would say get the new one. It has a better shape. It's a little easier to work with. This one comes to too much of a taper. I'm not a fan of it. I can only picture using it in my freelance kit, and even then I probably wouldn't reach for it very much. It's too tapered. This one's a much better brush. I feel like this one applied the eyeshadow a lot better. This one was just okay. This one, I feel like once I break it in a little more, it's going to pick up product a lot better. This one just, it wasn't picking up product right and it wasn't applying it on right, I would say this one's much better. It's softer, has a better shape, applies product better. It's just better overall. Okay, and then to deepen up the socket, I think I'm gonna use this one and this one, these two. And I'm going to be using it just says eyeshadow brush, and it's just like a stiffer blending brush. So dip it in there and we'll see what happens. It's okay. I'm just applying it right on the outer corner. Thing is, this isn't typically how I apply my makeup, so it's a little bit of change for me as well. And then on this eye, I'm gonna be using the 19 eyeshadow blender brush. The white tip is discontinued, but we still kind of sell the same thing, it's just a black tip. So I'm gonna be using this one. This one's a lot better. This one it's thicker, it applies the product better, it picks up the product better. And I just feel like it fits into the eye better, not just my eye, but I feel like this would fit into a lot of different people's eyes better, just because this one's fluffier. The other one, even if I break it in, I know it's not gonna be as fluffy as this one. Yeah, this one's better. I don't know, I just feel like this side is a lot more well blended than this side. And it was all because of that one number 19 brush. It's just, that's what made the difference, I feel. Okay, now for bottom lash, I'm gonna be using the eye contour brush. It is a tiny, tiny, tiny brush like that. And I'm just gonna go on with the same two darkest colors that we just used. And I'm gonna go in my bottom lash line with that. Okay, and then on this side, I'm gonna be using the number 14 eye contour brush. So it's pretty much the same shape. Okay, I like the other one better. This one is, I forgot how scratchy this one was. This one is so scratchy. I feel like this one dispersed the product a little. It didn't. I was able to control the product on the other eye a lot better than this one. This one, it almost feels like it looks a little messier. It was scratchier. So I definitely think they took a step forward with the other brush. This one, no, I don't like this one. I forgot how much I didn't like it. Yeah, this one is so soft, so precise. Just this one's better. This new one's better. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to eyeliner. On this side, I'm gonna use the eyeliner brush, and on this side, I'm gonna use the number 13 eyeliner brush. Completely different shapes. This one's a lot thicker. It's Japanese inspired, and this one's like super fine. So let's see how this works out. Because I don't remember using this one very often, so. And I'm using the Bobbi Brown Caviar Ink gel liner. Why don't I use this one more often? It's so good. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, yeah, no. I definitely don't like this. Okay, it's way too big. This is why I don't film on weekends. I've had way more interruptions in this video than I've had in total of all my other videos. Like, this is why I don't film on weekends. Yeah, I don't like this one. It's too big, it's hard to maneuver, it's ridiculous. Where is it? Where's my little eyeliner brush? This one, way better. You can control the thickness of it. You can make it thick, you can make it thin, you can wing it out, whatever. This one, I feel like it's way too thick, maybe because I'm just not used to using it, or maybe I don't know how to use it. But I don't like this one. Like, I don't like this new one. I feel like they took a step back with this one. I feel like they should have stuck to this one. Okay, bottom lash, I'm just gonna be using Santal from Chanel. And then just mascara. I am using Chanel Le Volume in Waterproof. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up my eyebrows and my lips, and I will be right back to check in with you guys, okay? Okay, so I just went ahead and finished up my eyebrows. I used Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown, and I have on my lips a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. I don't remember which one it was. I think it's Pillow Talk. And I layered it with the Chanel Rouge Double Intensite in Tender Beige. That one's my favorite lip color in the world, I think. So yeah, so overall I feel like Chanel made some good, like some huge steps forward with some brushes, and then I feel like they took some steps back with some of the new brushes too. So like overall, like some of them are good, some of them aren't so good, like, but that's how I was expecting it to be. Like, I wasn't expecting the entire line to be completely great all across the board. I mean, the powder brush is good. I wish, like, the powder brush is good. I kind of wish that they added on the powder brush and kept the old one as well, because I feel like we need both shapes. Contour brush, I like the new contour brush. I like the new blush brush. I like the new eyeshadow brushes. Like, I like all of the new brushes overall. The only one that I really did not like was the new eyeliner brush. I just don't like it. Like, I mean, when I used it on its own at first, I was like, okay, like I can kind of use it. But like now that I compared it to the old one, I was like, no, I hate this one. So, and I know I didn't use all of the new brushes, but I tried to use as many as I can. If you guys want me to use the other brushes in another video, feel free to let me know down below and I will make another video where I film using the other brushes. I mean, let's see, I really only didn't use the stippling brush, the smaller contour brush, the foundation brushes, and that's it pretty much. Oh, and like some of the double-ended brushes I didn't use. I could also film a video on the double-ended brushes if you want to know more about it. If you like, you know, if you really want a video where I talk about the double-ended brushes, you know, comment it down below. But overall, I want you guys to tell me which side looks better, or if there's a difference to you guys, like which application you like better. Just, I want to know your thoughts down below. So go ahead and comment everything down below. I think that's all I've covered. I think I've covered all I need to for this video. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you know, message me, comment down below, whatever it is, email me, whatever, however you guys want to reach me, go ahead. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed. A thumbs up if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.